How's it going, everybody? It's Shinigami to bring you another video. Today's topic of contention seems to be Rotten Tomatoes having a bit of issues. Now, I saw some stuff popping up earlier in the day, and it seemed like Rotten Tomatoes was specifically censoring or getting rid of the audience score for Disney Plus shows, as far as Marvel, Star Wars, anything like that, right? But then I even saw things like the Netflix's Daredevil and Stranger Things on some other people's videos. Just kind of was like, seems a bit odd. Like, I can understand if, because they definitely did it back with the Captain Marvel movie, where they got rid of, was it the, they got, let me see if I can see what they had gotten rid of. Okay, so I found out what it was. So, back in 2019, before the Captain Marvel movie had released, or just as it released, there was a bug where, well, they claim it was a bug, but they removed 50,000 reviews. And their explanation was that it was a bug, they didn't mean to have this happen. And then also other instances of this was the, where is it at? The want to see. I almost forgot about that feature, but yeah, that was, not anybody paying for it or anything like that, but how excited people were to want to watch a movie or show, whatever, right? You put your thing in there and it would score it kind of like how the audience score is, right? Well, they seemingly altered the entirety of Rotten Tomato for Disney. That's what it looked like, and that's what a lot of people came to a conclusion and consensus of. Now, I understand that is a little bit like, well, you don't really have a definitive answer or proof of that, since they came out and said, well, we were doing some website design changes. That was already something we were going to get rid of. Kind of, again, hard to disprove, but also there was definitely an example of, well, they didn't do this to any other show or movie that got negative reactions like this, right? Because when people saw Captain Marvel and then were giving their review, or even just a little bit before then, they were realizing, oh, this doesn't actually matter to watch this film, to watch Endgame, right? Just a little example, right? Well, then we move on to today. I'm using this man, Tyrone Magnus's video as proof from earlier. This was 3 hours ago, where seemingly, obviously some of the shows and movies that are not released yet, like they say July 11th and stuff like that, like I get that they're not going to have anything, but House of the Dragon, Sunny, True Imaginary, let me see, even Despicable Me, Fly Me to the Moon, all these films seemingly don't have a audience score for whatever reason, just kind of weird. And then I went there right now, and it looks like they're restored for the most part. There's still a few, like Sunny, which doesn't show it. Kind of weird that some of them are not showing. Again, some of them like this, where it's not showing the critic score now. So I think this is more a issue on Rotten Tomatoes side. I don't know what they're changing in the code in the background or whatever, but it's clearly messing up, and it's getting people to assume pretty early and pretty quickly that, oh look, they're just running in defense of Disney because they've done it before with Captain Marvel. A lot of people are tying, well, like, the Acolyte was getting such negative reviews, the review bombing and other stuff, and then that's why they seemingly removed the audience score, right? I keep saying seemingly, sorry, just I can tell how people would jump to that conclusion. But if you, obviously now it's almost 9:30, some of these just don't have anything at all, right? So look, Demon Slayer doesn't have an audience score, but definitely has an audience score, but doesn't have a critic score. But some of these things obviously were definitely released before today, July 8th. That can't be any other issue other than Rotten Tomatoes is changing something in the background, messing with, I guess, the analytics. I don't know. It's a little bit more unbelievable to think that they're just covering for whatchamacallit, Disney in this case, since there's multiple different studios and other things like that that are being affected. Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch, and then we'll move on to the movies here, where you can see a little bit more exactly what's going on. Obviously, this one won't have anything because it comes out on the 12th, but anything that comes out that came out beforehand, are also still kind of messed up. Inside Out 2 looks fine, and again, Garfield, Bad Boys, seemingly no real issues. It seems to be more on the TV side for whatever reason, but the films, I see no actual effect on any of these that have been released. I guess you could say this one, but this one just barely came out. I don't know how to answer that one. This one came out May 17th, and again, it's not consistent. That's the point I'm trying to get at. Where I would understand if they were all Disney films, all Disney shows, just being audience score removed, but that doesn't seem to be the case when there are some of them they don't have any, and they came out on the 4th of July weekend. That can't be any other coincidence other than Rotten Tomatoes is doing something in the back, and obviously with people very on edge with how a lot of their business practices have been handled. Yeah, it's gonna have people jump to conclusions. Let's look up Daredevil, because I know this one was affected. Not the Ben Affleck one. Daredevil. The Netflix one. TV shows. Marvel's Deadpool. Or Daredevil. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it looks like it's back. When previously in earlier videos it was gone. Another one I saw that had issues was Stranger Things. I'm pretty sure that one's going to be back to normal. Let's check that out. Yep, back to normal. So I'm pretty sure it was just a bug, an actual bug this time, or if not, they're just fixing something in the back that affected the whole site, and not equally. As you can see in Tyrone's video, they're clearly having a lot of stuff not show up at all. Ooh, excuse me. Was this one The Mandalorian? And you can see how I know I definitely like to pick and poke at Disney quite a bit, but this is not one of those instances where they're being saved by Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, they've tried to delete some of their stuff in the past, but again, this doesn't seem to be at all the same type of occurrence that happened all the way back in 2019. Obviously, with a little bit more eyes on Rotten Tomatoes and how they do things, yeah, I could see why the criticism would be there. Let's see what else they got here. Yeah. Let's see. Disney Plus. What seems to be off on Disney Plus? Seemingly nothing. I keep saying that word again. God damn it. Other than the critics score for some of these. Man. Again, I just wanted to update and let some people know that it doesn't seem like they are actually trying to censor or downplay any of these shows. The scores that they have is the scores they have, and they're there. It really is just an issue on Rotten Tomatoes side, where for some reason they just can't show quite a bit of these. Very few of them, I should say, not quite a bit. But earlier in the day is what I meant to say. They were definitely having a huge issue where all these movies and shows were being affected, not showing any critic score. So, just thought I'd make a video letting everybody know what's going on. Maybe you'll find out tomorrow and be like, okay, it wasn't a big deal. But yeah, I get it. Sometimes we might be a little bit high in emotions and jump to conclusions, but remember, sometimes you got to let these things play out a little bit and give it some time. go back to it. If it's still going on, all right, there's definitely something that's a little bit nefarious going on behind the scenes. But for instance, this does not seem to be the case at all. So yeah, I just thought I'd make a quick video regarding the whole Rotten Tomato censoring or getting rid of audience score. Doesn't seem that that's the case at all. So with that being said, Ace Shinigami signing out. Thought you, hopefully you like it. Give us up, give it a like, comment, dislike, whatever you want to fucking do. And yeah, we'll catch you next time. Have a good night, good evening, and good morning. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.